You're gonna be sold on Mr. Patrick Cadegan, everybody!
Alrighty, how's everyone doing? Give it up one more time for Shanty and Dave. So, my name is Patrick Cadegan, but some people actually call me Gay Dexter. See, I love starting with that joke because it always kills. I had to. So I was reading the other day, so apparently there was a woman in the United States who tried to get on a plane and smuggle with her half a pound of cocaine in her vagina. I know, isn't that crazy? Like, who wants to gain half a pound? God, I certainly don't. I was shopping, I was at the clothing store Top Man recently, and I realized that it's actually quite ironic that it's called Top Man, because most of the guys that shop there are bottoms. Took a second there. So I'm actually from the east coast of Canada. I'm from Nova Scotia. Yeah. I'm actually from a small town in Cape Breton called Glace Bay. And Glace Bay, it's very much a hockey town. My father put me on the ice when I was 5, and this was me. Thank you. I actually do play a few other sports, like I play dodgeball as well, and ultimate frisbee, which is really fun, and this might surprise you. My favorite sport is actually lacrosse. Yeah. Dressing. It's really fun, you guys should try. So a question I always get asked by people is, how did I realize that I was gay? And it's interesting because I actually realized that I was gay when I was making out with a girl. Yeah, it was back home in a bar in Nova Scotia, and it was this girl I did drama with named Hannah. And at some point during making out with Hannah, I realized that I was gay. So you're probably wondering, did I keep making out with Hannah when I made this realization? And yes, of course I did. Look, I might be gay, but I'm certainly not rude. And that story goes to show that I'm more polite than I am gay. And that's saying something because, as you can see, I'm very gay. Thank you. And then fast forward a few years after that, I was here in Toronto, and I got thirsty one night, so I went out and I hooked up with this guy, and at some point during the night, it's a thirsty night, but at some point during the night, he mentioned that he was from the same part of Cape Breton as I am. And I didn't think anything of it. And then the next day, I was talking to one of my friends who's also from Cape Breton, and she asked me what this guy's name was. So I said what his name was, and then my friend looked at me and she said, "Oh my God, that's Hannah's brother." Swear. So here in Toronto, I hooked up with the brother of the girl who made me realize I was gay in Nova Scotia. So she made me realize I was gay. He definitely reminded me. Seriously though, out of all the guys in Toronto I could have hooked up with, I hooked up with Hannah's brother. I feel like the gay comedy gods totally made this joke happen for me. And you might be wondering, would I have hooked up with him if I knew beforehand that he was Hannah's brother? Absolutely! Just so I could write this joke. I will do anything for a joke. Oh, and you know what the best part of all of this is now I get to say that I've hooked up with siblings! Isn't that hot? No? It makes me feel sexy. I'm not really sure why. So in case you haven't been able to tell, I'm also an actor, and there's this one time I auditioned on a project for the role of Jesus, actually, and I was really excited, but then the casting people got back to me and they told me that I was quote-unquote too gay to play Jesus. Yeah. So then they cast me as a priest instead. Too gay to be Jesus, but just gay enough to be a priest. Alrighty, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much. My name is Pastor Cadegan.